Hi, I'm Paddycake, and this is my best friend, Brent. We've been besties for a while now, and one of the things we bonded over was our shared love of Madlibs. On Christmas a few years ago, Brent pitched the idea to me to create a show where we use AI art to accentuate the humor of Madlibs. 3 weeks later, we started filming, and we haven't stopped since. Through this project, we hope to share our weird humor and to highlight both the unexpected beauty and complete absurdity of AI-generated art. Welcome to MidJourney Madlibs. Hello, my darlings, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new, please come in and make yourself at home. My name is Paddycake, and welcome to Paddycake Games and another episode of MidJourney Madlibs. And with me, as always, is my best friend and co-host, Brent. How are you doing tonight?
I am lovely.
Good. Excellent. Love to hear.
I built a whole bookshelf, you see?
I know, it's amazing. We're not going to waste any time, guys. You guys know how this works. We send each other Madlibs. We send each other the answers to go into those Madlibs. We then take those Madlibs. We run them through MidJourney. We create art. We get together. We share the art with each other. And we laugh. And that's the show. And we hope you like it. And if you do like it, look down below the video. There's a button just for you. It's called like. You just click on that little thumbs up. That lets us know that you like the video. And if you want to be really thorough, right next to it, there's a subscribe button. And if you click on that, it really helps out the channel. And if you really, really want to be thorough, you can click the notification bell. That lets you know when new videos get posted to the channel. Also, if you look down in the description of the video, there's all kinds of links. There's links to a TikTok, there's links to an Instagram, there's links to what is it? Twitter. That's the thing, or X. I don't know what it's called now. Anyway, that place. And then there's also a link to a Discord. That's the most important one. Join the Discord. It's really fun. You can hang out with us. You can chat with us all the time about AI art. You can chat with us about video games. It doesn't matter. You can chat with us about whatever you want. It's all there. It's all for the channel. So come and join us and be part of the family on the Discord. All right. I'm done talking. It's your turn. Go ahead and give us a Madlib, Brent.
All right. So I indeed do have a Madlib. And it has quite a familiar title, if you see.
The Fast and the Furious.
So you don't see Paul Walker or Vin Diesel or Jason Statham or Michelle Rodriguez. You don't see any of them.
No,
so who is this about?
I see Martin Luther King chasing like Asian Jason Momoa.
Well, it's not quite Martin Luther King, even though it is Martin Luther King Day. However, this is our story. Super sprinter Jesse Owens was known as the fastest quest in the world.
I already know that this is QWERTY because the first word started with a Q. Okay,
he looks like...
Go ahead, I'm sorry. He looks like somebody.
He looks like he's slowed down a little bit.
Yeah, he slowed down quite a bit, and his shirt's very long. And I'm trying to figure out who he looks like. He looks like somebody, and it's driving me crazy.
He doesn't look unlike the actual Jesse Owens, except for Jesse Owens had one of his teeth kind of cross over the other a little bit.
Yeah, I remember that.
But he had a very similar facial structure. I looked him up because I was like, how close did they get?
It's going to come to me, and I'm going to put it on the screen so you guys at home can know when I'm editing this video. I figured out who it looks like, but I can't think of it right now. But he looks really familiar to me.
On a single day in 1933, he equaled a world record and set, whoa, that's a lot of national high school records.
Okay, whoa, that's a lot. Yeah, so whoa, that's a lot was my word because it had to start with a W, and I couldn't think of a number that started with a W, so I said, whoa, that's a lot.
So is this Zeus? Like,
it kind of looks like Zeus. He's up on a mountaintop on Mount Olympus. Although with the thing behind him makes me think he's like a sun god, and Zeus was not really a sun god, though.
No, that is some thigh.
You ain't lying.
In 1935, he had another record-winning ear, tying a world rat trap in the 100-yard teeter and shattering the record for the yellow jump. The yellow jump.
The yellow jump. That's funny. That's wild.
It almost got it looks like it got the period very close.
Yeah, it really did.
1935. It does have a close feel to it. But yeah, they didn't really go with the ear or the rat trap or the 100-yard teeter. Unless this is the 100-yard teeter.
Well, I mean, he's obviously competing in it, so it must be the 100-yard teeter. And I guess the board teeters back and forth as he's running on it. I don't know. I don't know how that sport would work.
And the 1936 Olympics were held in Berlin, inside your head.
Oh, wow. It's Elastigirl.
The eugenics has been doing its job over there in Berlin. And now they've got Stretch Lady or... I don't know what her sport is, but I feel like they were banking on her winning.
Yeah, her sport is like the stretch.
It's gymnastics. I'm trying to think. Rowing?
Something that would
she
require.
Doesn't even need oars.
Yeah, something that having long arms would give you an advantage in. That would definitely be the sport for her. I'm not sure what sport that would be.
Javelin.
She'd be an excellent trombone player.
And she would do amazing on the piano.
She could play the piano and the piano next to her.
Jesse Owens became the first American onion to win 4 track and field pink medals at the Olympic Games.
Wow.
And an Oscar.
And an Oscar.
I was like, oh, okay. So was it all an act? I'm so confused.
I'd like to thank the Academy for gifting me with this athletic prowess.
On the other Adam's apple, Ghengis Khan was the feared ruler of the largest slinky empire in the world.
This looks like a Hollywood version from the 1950s of Ghengis Khan's story, where they got some actor that's not even the right nationality to play Ghengis Khan. Yeah.
Yeah, he looks almost Asian, but maybe more like Native American.
Yeah, he looks more Native American to me.
All of it's kind of wacky.
Well, yeah. That big thing, the big like curtained tower next to the mountain. What's that for?
Who knows? Poor Ghengis Khan. So, as a boy, he hunted deer to survive.
Oh, how terrible.
Like millions and millions of American boys have probably done as well
right?
at some point in their lives.
True. Oh. He's got an extra arm there, but
and apparently he rides side saddle.
Yeah, oh, he does. I didn't notice that till you mentioned it. It's kind of reminiscent of like some of the older, like late 80s, early 90s cartoon shows.
Ghengis Khan and Tawny.
Tawny, the wild horse. Yeah.
A horse being his sidekick would be literally perfect since he was a horse lord.
It would be Genghis Khan as a boy with his horse. And the horse has to talk, but only he can hear it. Only he can hear it.
Oh, he built catapults to hurl vats of original citrus fresca at his enemies. And apparently he brews it right there on site.
Right? Yeah, so my word was actually fresca, but he added original citrus fresca because it was funnier. And he's right, it is funnier.
It's just like, that is a really cool, like, is this the catapult or is this the vat?
I think it's a juicer.
I know.
It's a giant juicer.
He even killed his own golden brother with a bow and herb.
Killed him with the herb.
So, there's the bow.
Mm-hmm.
And there's the bow. And maybe that's the herb?
I guess.
Maybe it's like a sentient assassin? I just don't know. Jesse Owens and Ghengis Khan. Jealously fast to ketchup lady.
And they seem so happy about it. I would be so angry if I had that much ketchup on me.
Well, maybe we were in a food fight.
Yeah, but still.
I mean, at least they're wearing gloves, I think. It's time for
Yay.
some dishonorable mentions, and they are fabulous.
Oh,
You
how
once again
interesting! It's like
see-
one of those. The picture at the top left. I got a picture in my Madlib that's very similar to that. Oh, Silver Surfer!
It is Super Sprinter Jesse Owens was known as the fastest quest in the world.
Oh, it's
And
like
it's
Johnny Quest. It looks
Johnny
like Johnny
Quest.
Quest. Oh my god!
It's his dad. It's Johnny Quest's dad. I didn't even realize that.
That's amazing. Funny.
On a single day in 1933, he equaled a world record and said, "Whoa, that's a lot." And it's like, it's like this is like some high school kid who's like filming it all.
Right? It's like, whoa, that's a lot.
But
It's,
I mean,
it's
they
so
got the.
it's so shocking. It bent my finger out of socket.
So Jesse Owens became the first American Onion to win 4 track and field pink medals at the Olympic Games.
And he can fly.
Maybe he's doing the high jump.
It's a very high jump. Good lord.
And is he Billy Blanks? Genghis Khan, who was the feared ruler of the largest slinky empire in the world.
The Slinky Empire. Okay, it makes sense now. At first I thought onion rings. It's like, why does he have so many onion rings? It's like, oh, Slinky Empire. Okay, yeah, gotcha.
And I mean, I did have a plastic slinky, and they sucked. They were not as good.
Yeah,
as
they're
the
not as good
metal
as the metal
ones.
ones.
That
Ooh,
deer again.
that's
not a deer.
Cool. It's not, but that's a cool animal. Like that needs to be like a fantasy beast that's in some movie or something. The horned horse or something.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a horse looking, but the mane is
Yeah,
longer.
it's crazy.
Yeah, some of that original citrus fresca.
That's awesome.
I
So
love
fresh.
It looks like some kind of crazy Genghis Khan like commercial. He even killed his own golden brother with a bow and herb.
So
It looks like he's got a pipe.
right. It's like, and also he kind of looks like he is a pipe.
Yeah,
With arrows stuck in the head, which would be the bowl.
and that's also like how he killed him. You know,
Yeah.
he got really baked, and then like he shot him in the top of the head with arrows, and he didn't even notice. He was still smiling. That is weird.
He has no legs.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
But yeah, there's like nothing in the prompt that would give that, you know?
Okay, well, hold on to your hat because I'm about to zoom out.
Okay. Okay. Is this the one you were telling me about in the text message?
Yes.
Okay.
Just unpack it for a second.
He's jogging with Putin and Putin. And okay, Putin on the left. You need to put some shorts on, buddy, because oh my god, like balls are just hanging out. Goodness. But dude in the middle, like the fake horse head, that is just brilliantly funny. Fake horse
Thing I
head.
saw, and like all of the zoom outs of this were really funny. This one went next level. It's like these fake Putin twins, like they look kind of like him, and it's like one of them's not wearing pants. Sorry.
That was wild. That was wild. I don't think my Madlib's gonna compare to that. Just, but we'll see. Well, I think I heard Lady Shablagoose come into the studio not that long ago, so maybe she has a new story for us.
She does, and I think this is a very special one that she's bringing for us today.
Awesome. Well, I can't wait to hear it. And now, Country Fried Fairy Tales with Mother Shablagoose.
Once upon a time in the deep south, Where the dogwoods bloomed and the sweet scent of jasmine danced on the breeze, there lived a remarkable man named Martin. Now, y'all, this ain't your typical fairy tale, but it's a story woven with courage, hope, and the undeniable spirit of justice. In the heart of Georgia, young Martin dreamed of a world where kindness and equality reigned supreme. His heart flowed like a mighty river, carrying a message of love that echoed through the hills and valleys. The tale begins when Martin, a preacher with a heart as vast as the ocean, stood tall against the mighty current of discrimination. One day, under the hot southern sun, Martin gathered his fellow townsfolk and shared a vision of unity, where little children of all colors could play side by side like fireflies on a warm summer night. His words were a melody, a clarion call to action that resonated through the pines and stirred the hearts of those who heard. But sadly, it hardened the hearts of others. Because, oh my darlings, the path to justice isn't always a smooth one. Martin faced trials as daunting as a thunderstorm, yet he stood firm, his spirit shining brighter than the North Star on a clear southern evening. As his tale unfolded, Martin led a mighty march, not through enchanted woods, but across a bridge where the shadows of prejudice lingered. The 54-mile journey was perilous, with hatred lurking like a wolf in the night. Yet Martin's courage held the many folk together like a quilt made from the most vibrant patches of the American dream. They marched all the way to the capital of Alabama, the flow of people growing by the day until it was 25,000 souls strong. In the face of adversity, Martin spoke of a future where freedom flowed like the mighty Mississippi, and the oppressive walls of segregation crashes down across the nation. Now listen close. Well, here comes the moment where he shined the brightest. In the heart of Washington, D.C., Martin stood before the Lincoln Memorial like a modern-day knight, casting a spell with words that reach far beyond the southern horizon. "I have a dream," he proclaimed, "a dream of a nation where justice rolled down like waters and righteousness like a mighty stream." As the years passed, Martin's dream took root and blossomed, and though the plots of evil men took Martin from us too soon, his legacy became a beacon of hope, a lighthouse in the darkest night, guiding generations toward a future where equality and love triumph over hatred. And so, my darlings, remember the tale of Martin Luther King Jr., a hero who, in the truest Southern spirit, turned the pages of history, leaving behind a legacy as timeless and enduring as the sweet magnolia blossoms that grace the Southern landscape. But don't you think for one moment that his dream is complete, and it's for us all to continue striving to be the united people that we can be, that we should be, by God's grace. Now ain't that a tribute fit for a king?
Well, thank you very much, Lady Shablagoose. Love hearing your stories this season. They're so much fun. But let's go ahead and get started with my Madlib. I'm super excited because it combines two of my loves, ghost stories and camping. So it's a haunted camping trip. Part 1. We will be doing part 2 at some point. And your theme for this one was winter words.
So a chilly haunted camping.
Yes. At first, our camping trip was totally chilly. And I was very happy when Thane came along to help us make coffee.
That was nice. I guess this is the Addams Family's haunted camping.
Apparently so. And it is very cold. Like, the rags themselves are frozen on top of whatever surface this is. So
It looks like a big rock. Like,
yeah, or a tabletop, like a what you call it, like a park table, you know.
yeah, maybe so. I do like their tea kettle.
Yeah, it's a kind of a cool little. It looks like a percolator, maybe. My parents' best friend and I played catch.
With tribbles?
I'm less concerned about what they're playing catch with, and the fact that she only has one leg and her other leg is becoming part of the dad's leg.
Oh, I thought that was her parents' best friend.
Oh, it could be their parents' best friend. I don't know. Well, it's your best friend. It's my parents, your best friend, and you played catch.
Oh.
So one of those is, well, I don't know. One of those is you or your best friend. I don't know if it's, we don't know which one's which. Who knows? Anyway, they played catch, swam in Lake Snowmageddon's crystal clear mulled wine.
So this is literally swim in the wine. They just swam.
They swam next to it. Apparently, I ran this prompt over and over and over again, trying to get something other than just a cup of mulled wine in a snowy landscape. But that's all it would give me.
We need to invent a mulled wine mix that we can market next year for Christmas. It'll be like the MidJourney Madlibs mulled wine.
MidJourney Madlibs mulled wine.
We'll call it Lake Snowmageddon mulled wine.
And we told stuffy stories as we ate s'mores around the walrus fire.
Those are s'mores, huh? Okay, I'm just gonna tell y'all. I made s'mores 2 days ago. That's not what s'mores look like.
No, it's not. Do you know what that does look like? It looks like cheese roasting on an open fire.
Oh, yeah. It does. And
then my parents went to sleep, and strange Burberry scarves started happening.
Why are your kids sleeping on the floor?
The more I look at it, the more I think it's not really all that strange. But every time when I first look at this, I can't figure out if these are little tiny people in front of a cabinet or they're regular sized people in front of a gigantic door. Door or something that looks like a cabinet door, because it's not all the way down to the floor.
I thought it looked almost like a museum or something.
Okay. First, the Frito pie on my stick floated into the air and vanished.
And it's now fortune cookies with whipped cream?
Yeah. So, Frito pie. I don't think MidJourney knows what Frito pie is.
I mean,
because
I see how it doesn't show up in art very often. But
yeah. But I mean, well, it should show up in pictures occasionally, and like, I don't know. I didn't go to ChatGPT to ask ChatGPT to describe what a Frito pie is. We should try that and see if it gives us an actual description, or if it tells us tries to make up some weird recipe of actually making a Frito flavored pie. You know, that's the tastiest fancy sled I've ever had," said a mysterious voice.
Well, I don't know about tasty, but
it is super fancy.
Fancy AF.
Right, and probably incredibly dangerous, because that much weight above those little tiny sled things on the bottom, it's going to tip over. It's totally going to tip over.
Well, it's going to lean forward on the prow, and it's going to go down almost like a ship going down a large wave.
Okay, you
and
say
then
that.
Once it levels out,
let's see it flipping over. I thought it was just my friend Paddycake messing with me.
I don't know why that strikes me so funny.
Probably the same reason that it struck me as funny, because as soon as it came up, I had to stop. I said, well, that's it. That's the one, because I can't stop giggling at it.
Did he give you this ginger dude with a cupcake on his head?
Yeah.
Oh. Wow.
But then my friend's baseball cap bundled up in the air. So when I gave you Jack and I gave you Jack Rabbit, so this is Jack Rabbit, so it went bundled up in the air.
Did you zoom that out, or is that just
That's it. That's how it came out.
And
it's the only one that came out like this, so, and of course it had to win.
It's like hanging off a stick, kind of, and then
the legs are hanging out of the bottom, though.
Out of a hat.
Shirt. It's like a parachute.
Or a poncho.
It's a parachute hat. It's a parachute hat. He's floating down slowly. We looked around in shock and saw a desolate ghost behind us.
That is
hi guys.
Such a brilliant interpretation. It's just desolate.
It's a desolate ghost. Hi guys.
Why do ghosts give us some of the best stuff?
I don't know. It's weird.
I mean,
shiver me timbers. If you want your baseball mucklucks back, follow me, said the ghost. And this is the one I was telling you about that was really similar to your Berlin in your head picture. Only there's no shot put. It's just an angry pilgrim about to hit Mouse Boy.
This with extra knee.
Extra leg from the knee down. Yeah, and he's about to smush Mouse Boy there.
Mouse Boy. gosh. Oh, Lord.
The ghost floated off into the dense forest of Arctic foxes nearby.
Is that the ghost or the Arctic fox?
I'm not sure. We were scared, but we knew we had to stand by a fire after my friend's favorite hat.
Is this like an homage to your friend who like burned to death before he finished taking this last selfie?
He also looks a little familiar, but I know who he looks like. He looks like my friend Robbie when I was in college.
Oh.
Robbie, if you're watching this,
I hope that's not
don't set your head on fire. Yeah. Are you ready for honorable mentions?
Oh, definitely.
Okay, here we go. At first, our camping trip was totally chilly. Of course it was. You put your tent on top of the lake.
Maybe it's one of those floating ones. You've seen those, right?
Yes, but still. My parents' best friend and I played catch.
Okay.
The ball looks like it's been photoshopped into the picture.
I know. It totally does.
Oh,
yes.
Hi. But then my friend's baseball cap bundled up in the air.
And it's still Betty.
Also a ginger still.
Mm-hmm. And it's funny because that hat, which looks nothing like a baseball cap unless you're in Wisconsin. Yeah, it's almost exactly the same as the one from the previous one.
Oh, yes. Shiver me timbers. If you want your baseball mucklucks back, follow me, said the ghost.
Wow. I'm impressed. That is hilarious. This is some kind of like Halloween pirate stuff.
And this is my last one. I just thought this was really cool. This is the forest of Arctic foxes.
I wish they didn't look like they were wearing clothes, but I can kind of. Don't you turn the TV on again? I'm sorry.
Did your cat turn the TV on?
I think he's unplugging things now. Ben. Jesus Christ. Sorry, y'all.
I do really love this. I think it's cool.
No, it's great. It's one of those pieces where you're like, it doesn't really fit anything, but I'm going to put it in there anyway. But this does. But yeah, it's just too good not to put in there.
Okay, so that is the end of my Madlib for today. That is also the end of our show for today.
All right.
But we'll be back on Thursday just like usual. So make sure you click on like and you click on subscribe. And we'll see you guys on Thursday.
Like and subscribe.
The algorithm demands it.